fast, fatal heart impact. Past painful scars, in fact, I blast tasteful thoughts and past. I back up my actions, fact, don't ask, grab reactions, jacked, attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty, hello everybody. This is Q Show here and now. Whenever we last left off, quite a lot was happening. In the last part, we had Emilia, her father, her brother, Deku, and Mama Yaoyorozu. Now, the Etzos have been using one of the Yaoyorozu family estates as a personal base. And right now, Mama Yaoyorozu, she came here today because she wanted to talk to Arthur, the king of the Etzos. Now, Arthur personally came here today to ask something very, very important of his children. And whenever he did at least ask both of them to start looking for a spouse, both these two, they didn't really take the news very well. Now, Adam, Arthur's firstborn son, he was going to say something about this. Already enough, he is worried about his mother, yes, but then there is the fact that they are hiding the secret from Emilia, his sister. And Emilia, she does know because Deku told her. Emilia, she went off on her father. She told him off and tried to at least say that she already had somebody in her life. However, she didn't specify that they weren't an Etzo. She said that they were in order to trick him. And Arthur, he wanted to know. He demanded to know who his daughter was seeing, since she didn't tell him of this. However, she did just go to run out of the room. Now, that was last week, and Emilia, she's turned down everybody who's tried to talk to her. However, Deku, he's tried to reach out. He knows personally going to talk to her, that's something that she does want. It's something obvious. However, they do go to reach out mentally to each other and end up in that field. Now, Deku and her, they would talk to each other here. And this is actually something that is very, very important to Emilia. She wants to tell Deku a few things, talk to him, and at least try to ask him a few questions. And there is actually Deku. He himself is concerned. He heard about her population and exactly how much the Etzos have lost. It's so hard to imagine. 99% of her species are dead. That's a fucking hard-hitting number. If that would happen to humanity, that would be 60, at least 65% of their people. And he can imagine that. Yes, the world would still go on, but that number will be felt all around the world. However, for the Etzos, there's no world to return to. Now, Deku, yeah. He did at least hear Emilia's request. She wanted some time to think. And Deku, he does understand. He knows that him and Emilia, they have built a relationship. And Emilia herself, she actually is worried. She revealed to her father that there is somebody in her life. And right now, he wants to know who they are. And he won't stop until he does figure it out. Now, we actually do have, currently today, Deku, he is starting physical therapy. And right now, he is doing it inside the manor. As we do actually at least have Momo. Momo, she was talking with Deku while he was trying to put weight on his legs. And she actually did hear a few things about what he was talking about. She does see him. Deku, he's currently in a pair of sweatpants and a shirt. And she can see his full left arm and his exposed face. Deku, the area on the left side, it looks almost like a crescent moon. And it goes from the top left part where his hair is, all the way down to just before his nose, overlapping with his eye, and down in front of his face. Down right by the corner of his mouth on the left side. And that is where Desley's going to swoop back around down towards the lower part of his jawline. Now, she is at least going to stare at that. And there is actually the different color of the cybernetic eye. She does notice the way it does glow. And she actually is asking him about that day again. Monsieur Yaruzu, you're disturbing my focus here. I am sorry. I do apologize. However, I am just curious. I've looked over some information. And I just wanted to know. Monsieur Yaruzu, there's not really much I can tell you. Besides, even if I did, I don't exactly know if you'd be too interested to learn. Learn. Learn about what? Again, it's classified. Now, Momoda stare at him, and she's gonna walk away. She's been spending time in her own manner, and trying to learn about what's been going on. She wanted to talk to Adam, see if he knew anything. However, from what he does describe, he was on Earth currently at the time, looking into a few things. And that didn't really seem to be going too well. Her search was at a dead end. Until she thought about Amelia. Amelia, the princess of the Etzos. They were wondering what they can get from her. And we do at least currently have where she's going to walk to her room. And whenever she's going to knock on the door, Amelia does tell her to go away. It is me. Who are you? You're currently in my residence, my home. I'm the one who's allowing you to live here. Would you please open the door? I'd like to discuss a few things. Now, Amelia's going to bring her hand up and move it. The lock undoing itself as she's going to walk in. And she's at least going to see that Amelia, she's currently at least going to sit down on the ground. Are you okay? No, I'm not. I'm trying to figure everything out. I don't know what to do. About your boyfriend? Yes, about my boyfriend. Is he real? What type of question is that? You said that because you didn't want to find somebody, did you? No, it's not that. It's, so they do exist. Um, my, your spouse, your significant other, your, you know. Oh, yes, they are real. Okay. Now, Momoto's gonna turn and close the door. Her going to lock it once again, as she's gonna sit against the wall. Okay, so clearly she's at least going through a minefield. She wanted to ask about that day. However, she's having her own problems. She doesn't want to manipulate her. Get her talking about that day just because she wants it. Okay. Maybe if I help her out, she'll actually give me this information. Um, I... Listen, I'm not going to lie to you, and I'd feel really, really bad if I give you the wrong advice. So, I can help you out if you tell me the whole situation. Um, I, I don't believe that would be a good idea. Um, what do you mean? Well, me and him, we've been close for a while, and I not really too sure how to approach him about something. Approach him about what? Um, it's a personal matter, and, her going to turn away. She wants to say something, and Momo, she can tell. Wait, were they already that close? Um, if you don't mind me asking. Now, Momo would get a few questions out of her. And there actually is where Amelia, she's going to ask a few herself. She wants advice. She wants to know what she's supposed to be doing here. and exactly how she should proceed. She wants to help improve her relationship. But there's a problem. They are, well, not really on the same terms. And that is where Momo at least got to bring up an idea. And later that day, the two left the mansion. Now, Amelia was quite surprised. Momo she talked about a lot, and she did want to help Amelia out with her current predicament. And the two of them, they went out shopping. Now, there actually was Deku. Deku, he was still trying to go through physical therapy. And whenever his alarm did go off, he did actually go to somewhat float up into the air, bring his hand up, and go to click down to his watch. Him actually going to bring his hands downwards, and then go to just hover them over the railing, putting weight down to his feet as he is going to stand there. Him going to bring his foot up, and then going to take a step forwards. Deku, he does feel it. He takes one solid step forwards before going to try another one, and then another one, before he actually feels his muscles start to shake. Him levitating up into the air, and just trying to think. Okay. Alrighty, I'm doing good. The exercises that the doctor told me to do were good. Build muscle on the ankles, and help out with your legs. However, your joints might be the problem. Were they damaged too? No, my legs feel fine. Hell. The nanites may have helped me out there, though. Now, Deku, he does think. Amelia's still locked in her room. Hell, how is he supposed to approach her about certain advice? How is he supposed to at least try to tell her things he doesn't fully understand? Shit. Okay. That is a problem, though. If her speeches is like that, they're at a turning point. Either they break up, or her father finds out about them. And what would he do? The man, he's like a king from ancient times, but he's, well, been given tech and a fucking alien. The guy might have him executed. And that does worry him. His life, it could be on the line here. No bullshit, quite literally on the fucking line. And then there's actually the other option to see. Right now, there's currently 3 on the table. And one of them, they sound completely fucking insane. 1, they break up. 2, he's killed for revealing their relationship. And Arthur, he is seen a bit more, well, less favorable. So, the Etzos, they should have problems there. And eventually, because of this crime, the Etzos and humans could at least have something spark. Possibly a civil war. And that is already bad enough. The two species are supposed to be working towards destroying an alien threat. And with a civil war, nothing good can come out of it. Because if the aliens do at least find Earth and see that, they'll wait for the survivors to win, and sweep in while they're weak. That is what worries him. And then there is actually option 3, which is the crazy one. Him and Amelia, they run away. They quite literally go into hiding somewhere. Yeah, it sounds insane, but there's currently the stealth tech they do own. He remembers that Amelia kept that watch, the one they had whenever she was still living with him in his apartment. Hell, maybe he could be the one to wear it. Maybe he should pretend to be an Etso. And that idea, it does sound stupid, but it could work, right? Pretend to be an Etso, but there's also a problem with that. Maintain a dual identity, be the Etso that's dating Amelia, and then be her bodyguard too? That just seems odd. That idea sounds real bad. However, there is also at least the other idea. Them running away. Deku, he's always stood and fight. And there's even the chances he had to run in his life. If he ran away from that orphanage, he wouldn't have been the man he is today. If him and his friend ran away, they would have both been alive. His friend would still be here. And maybe he wouldn't have become a detective. And then there actually is that other option. Running when that happened. His friend had a bullet lodged in his heart. And he wanted to try and help him. He had a bullet lodged so close to his heart that it could kill him with every beat it was sinking deeper. And that is what worried him. His friend had strained blood vessels, and he tried to rip the bullet out. That was not a good idea. If he simply ran, his friend would have still died. But there's an idea in his head. Maybe not. Maybe he could have gotten it out. Maybe if it was left in, it wouldn't have caused him to bleed out. It was close to his heart, but maybe it wouldn't have hit it. Maybe it would have missed. Now, Deku is going to get angry at that. Him actually going to somewhat turn and go to fooling something around with his mind, as he has to try and take a deep breath in before calming down. As you do actually have James who just come walking up, asking him if that was really necessary. Sorry. Just, lost my cool there. You did. I saw that. I apologize. There's no need to. You look better. No, I don't. I look like shit. Just admit it. That is what your species would call it, yes. However, you are still alive. That is all that matters. Yeah, sure. You still fight. I do. Yeah. There's a lot going on, James. I won't try to bore you or make you pretend to understand, or even get you to try and understand. But there's a lot going through my head right now. I'm aware. So, I do have a few questions to ask you, and I want you to answer them honestly against me. Against you? I want you to answer them honestly for me. That's the correct one. Your language is very complicated. Welcome to Japan. Now, James is going to smile. Void is going to somewhat straighten his face out again, as he's going to open his mouth and ask Deku a few questions. Now, we do currently cut to later. Deku, he's in his room, and he is laying in his bed. In his mind, everything that happened today, it could have happened differently. And right now, that is the problem. James and him, they had quite an informative conversation. And, well, yikes. The man, he knows something is going on. However, he doesn't understand what. He knows that him and Amelia, they are close. And Amelia, the way she reacted, she was clearly upset. James wanted to know if something Deku knew was right. He wanted to know about this other Etso. And Deku, he straight up lied to him. He said that he had no knowledge of this, and that maybe she met the Etso whenever she wasn't on the moon base. I see. Are you certain? I am. However, I don't know why this has to do with me. You are her friend, are you not? I am, yes. She would have told you. She didn't. So what of it? All right, then. And what of the machine men? I don't know. Now, Deku is replaying that conversation in his head. There's still that idea. The tech they've gotten from it. What James told him was strange. The black box recording, if you want to put it that way. It had information on it. And humans, they're doing what they can with that information. They're looking into it. They are curious about it. They are This being when there is actually a knock on Deku's door. And Deku, he is confused. I'm going to turn and I'm going to stand up. Him walking over and opening it. As whenever he does go to look around, there's nobody in front of him. As there is actually a hand that does come up. And a voice that is going to tell him that he needs to stay quiet. Fuck, Amelia, where are you? Now, the door does go to open. And Amelia's just going to at least throw her arm out behind her. Going to close it with her actual hand. Before she's going to bring her hand up and going to press a button. As she's going to uncamouflage. Jesus. Now, Deku is going to step backwards. As to see Amelia. Him going to somewhat avert his gaze. Amelia, what are you doing here? I came here tonight because I wanted to talk with you. Amelia, what are you... Why? Wow. Deku, he's obviously taken aback. And him and Amelia, they do try to talk. Deku, he's trying to understand what the hell's going on. Right now, his mind is racing. And there are many things going through his head. What if somebody catches them? What if somebody sees them here like this? What if someone listens in on them? And most importantly, what if they walk through that door? It does worry him. Before Deku can go to look up towards it, Amelia is going to step forwards. And right now, Deku, whenever Amelia does get close to him, and she's going to kiss him, he doesn't try to fight it. He just pulls her in closer. And while that's currently happening, we do at least have where Momo Yaoyorozu, she's walking throughout the mansion. She's wondering about that advice she gave Amelia. Thinking about it now, the advice may have been a little too blunt, a little too straightforward. Amelia seems so, well, oblivious to this type of thing. And she's wondering if she's going to mess up or back out of it. Maybe she should have gone over it more. She needs to talk to Amelia now. Shit. Maybe she's still up at this hour. That's odd. This being where Momo is going to walk directly down towards Amelia's room. Her knocking on the door and trying to ask Amelia if she's still awake. Because she does want to talk to her about a few things. Since she doesn't want her to misunderstand what she said. And there actually is whenever she's going to try and knock again. No answer. Okay, that's not too good. She might be asleep. However, her going to reach her hand out and go to grab onto the doorknob and she's going to turn it. It's unlocked. Her going to push it forward. And Amelia's not in the room. That does worry her. And she actually is a bit more concerned now. Her going to turn and walk down the hallway a bit fast. Okay, shit. Where is she? Did she leave? Crap. Okay, not good. Not good. She has to tell somebody. That guy. Now, Momono's going to walk towards Deku's room. And there actually is whenever she's going to arrive. She started to hear something strange. And whenever she at least go to reach her hand out for the door, she did see that it was cracked open. She knew what those sounds were. And she was curious to investigate it. However, she did go to decide against it. And right now she's going to bring her hand up and close the door. Now, she is curious about it though. That's, wow. Okay. Her going to walk away. She's going to be leaving that alone. However, right now that does pose a question to her. Where's Amelia? Okay, wait. Hang on a minute. The gears starting to click in her head. Something's not right. There was, the other week during dinner, Deku and Amelia, the way her father phrased it, they're very close. They're what humans and Etsos should be. But they're only... No, that sounds ridiculous. there's no way that now. Momo, she has to think about exactly how Emily described this guy. He's hard-headed. He is hard to talk out of exactly what he wants to do. He's very direct, and he's a determined man. And that actually does won't add up to her. She tried to talk to Deku. Some of those attributes do fit him. And there actually is she trying to think about it more. Oh no. Now, Momo for now, she's going to be leaving that alone. As she's going to walk away and pretend like she didn't hear anything for the night. As I do believe that is a good point to leave this off of. And I do hope you guys enjoyed.